All right, hello. I got I guess I'm gonna do this as a breeze bestiary because we're gonna talk about a fun little fish named Gus today. Um, and Gus has been around for a long time. Gus is a blue groper, which is a type of fish. Let's watch this quick little video.
Of New South Wales.
Here we go, let me restart it.
What we've got here is a spiny sea urchin. And boy, don't they have spines. There are countless billions of these on the east coast of New South Wales. They're quite an interesting animal because underneath is a beak with very, very sharp teeth, and they use these teeth to graze and rasp away at seaweed and algae on the bottom. And too many of these, and I believe there are too many of them, can destroy a lot of our natural habitats for fish.
True.
By overgrazing. Another interesting...
So I know I mentioned the fish, but we got to talk about this problem first, right? Oh, y'all talking about, yeah, there's just a filter on that particular intermission that causes everybody to be different colors. I thought it was kind of cool, but yeah.
The thing about the sea urchin is at the very top of their body, right on the very top, is their anus. Not something I'd like. I wouldn't like to be a sea urchin. You never get anyone.
Depending on how you sit, your anus can be at the top of your body too. Yeah, it's a groper, a blue groper.
When you cut your hair. You can see these spines are very, very...
Not to be confused with a grouper, which is a different group of fish altogether.
Sharp. And they'll go straight through wetsuit boots. So they're very unpleasant to stand on.
And they'll also put on little hats in your aquarium, which is kind of adorable. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Sea urchins have got something quite interesting inside them. If we open it up with a knife, very carefully, you can see the yellow roe inside. And some people find that quite delicious. They regard it as a delicacy in places like Japan. For me,
I think I would pass.
to me it tastes like crap. I can't stand the taste of it. It's too much iodine in it for me, although it's probably quite good for you. You can see that for me to break open a spiny sea urchin, I used a knife. But out here, just offshore off these rocks, there's an animal that can smash open these sea urchins without any trouble.
Blue groper sleep in crevices and caves during the night and forage during the day.
See, different animal than a grouper, but very friendly. They're some of the friendliest fish in the sea, right? This is actually Gus, and this was from 11 years ago. This is Gus.
Their favourite food is sea urchin roe. Strong jaws, peg-like teeth and rubbery lips can smash open the deadly spined urchins with ease.
They got like a parrot beak.
David Island has had a long association with one old groper. Gus has featured in many of David's television presentations over the years, and this media exposure greatly contributed to the eventual protection of this species from spearfishing.
Isn't he cute? This is an adorable big goofy fish. He's like, yum yum. Look at his silly teeth. They look like kind of like human teeth, though. Yeah. That's Gus. So, but we have bad news. Fury over killing of friendly blue groper. Remember that video we just watched was from 11 years ago. This is from a couple weeks ago. Divers in Sydney, Australia are furious after an eastern blue groper nicknamed Gus and reckoned to be over 40 years old, which used to be extremely friendly and approachable, has been killed by a spear fisherman. The fish, blue groper, are the official fish of New South Wales and are protected from commercial fishing and spearfishing. Had greeted scuba divers for decades off the Oak Park Beach south of Cronulla and was highly popular. So when a New Zealand spear fisherman shot and killed, what's that in the way? Move. What's it? Are you kidding me? Blocks it. Yeah. There we go. Shot and killed the iconic fish on the 30th of December. It was met by a horde of, he was met by a horde of angry locals who wasted no time in photographing him with his prey as evidence of his crime. The spear fisherman with his prey was quickly confronted. The 26-year-old spear fisherman, who apparently expressed significant remorse for his actions, was subsequently given an on-the-spot $500 fine following questioning from the police. That is the penalty for taking the fish without using a rod or hand line. The maximum permitted fine is $22,000 Australian, or a prison term of up to 6 months. But no court appearance is required, which was why the diver's name was not issued by the police. PADI course director Peter Letts, owner of Abyss Scuba Diving, which has a blue groper inspired logo, said Gus was more than just a fish. He was an ambassador of the marine conservation, delighting divers with his mesmerizing hue and gentle demeanor. He continued, "We must act now to prevent such heartbreaking incidents from happening again. We need stricter enforcement of existing laws and regulation and more robust conservation effort." But was the dead fish even Gus? David Ireland, wildlife documentary maker, who originally gave the groper the name Gus back in the 1980s, later claimed that the victim had not in fact been Gus at all. He said that the dead fish was smaller and lacked distinctive scars near the tail where Gus had once been speared before. So, yeah, we're going to watch that too. It's just a minute and a half, or 2 minutes long.
Cronulla's popular blue groper, affectionately known as Gus and thought to have been illegally speared, might not be dead after all. In a surprise twist tonight, a wildlife filmmaker who named the famed fish says there's a telltale sign that he wasn't the one killed.
He's the friendly face who's been frolicking off Cronulla for years. Once thought to be this spear fisherman's catch, but now the tide has turned. Gus the groper could be alive.
Well, it's just not him.
If anyone knows the creature, it's wildlife filmmaker David Ireland, diving with him for decades.
Certainly one of my best friends, good old Gus. Even if I had a different colour wetsuit year after year, he'd always come to me.
The 76-year-old claims it's a smaller fish without a recognisable scar on his tail fin and could be an offspring of Gus.
They get bigger and bigger as they get older, and this one just doesn't have the body mass that Gus has.
Some are convinced Gus is dead. Regardless, all are up in arms over the penalty only being an $800 fine. Animal welfare groups want stronger regulations. Fines of only a few $100s do nothing to deter future crimes from taking place. In Jervis Bay on the south coast last week, 3 blue gropers were killed, while spearfishing them is banned. Using a rod and line is allowed. I feel great education is really needed for people pursuing spearfishing as a hobby. Leave these groper alone, guys. Angelique Opie, 7 News.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to. I mean, yeah, that's kind of sad. Who knows if he's come back? We'll follow up if someone cites him, if he appears. But right now, I think the poor old guy is probably just wishful thinking that that's not the fish that he was diving with in 2011. He's in his 70s, though. I don't know if he still goes out or not diving. That'd be kind of wild if he did. All right, so that was a little bit of Bestiary on the show for you today.